What's good, everyone? This is your boy Zach, and welcome back to Grailboundgaming. And thank you so much for tuning in to Video Pickups number 2. So I'm going to show you all my most recent pickups from a pawn shop in my local area, as well as from online, from Amazon and shopgoogle.com. So it's time to dive in. Let's get it. All right, so let's go ahead and first take a look at what I got from the pawn shop. Get this stack here. So for the first game, it's Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare by Rockstar. And as you can see, this is the DLC from the first game. It's cool because this DLC is also included in the Game of the Year edition, and it's all on the disc, but it's just really cool to have it as a standalone. And once we open it up, you'll see that it is complete with the manual and the disc, and it does have the map as well. So that's the first game. Second game is Beyond Two Souls, and in here there's a couple of well-known actors. Elliot Page, but at the time was known as Ellen Page, and we also have William Dafoe. So both of these are well-known, great actors, and this is a game called Beyond Good Souls made by Quantic Dreams. If you guys ever played Indigo Prophecy, or you played Heavy Rain, or even Detroit Become Human, then it's the same developer for that. So as you can see, it does come with the disc. I don't know if this one would have its own manual, but at least I have the game and the cover art. So that's my second pickup. And this was actually very cheap. Got this pretty cheap. I think it was $2. So that was a good deal. All right, and so for the next game, it's Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. And you know, this is basically a remake of the original version that came out on the PSP. So I got really lucky at this pawn shop. I ended up paying half of what it goes for, a little bit under half of what it goes for. And it's the PS4 version. The disc is in there. I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with the manual since it's a more modern game, but I'm very happy to add this. And the great thing is that I can for sure play it on the PS5 if I want to. So I was really glad to score this deal at the pawn shop. All right, next game is The Wolf Among Us for PS4. I've been wanting to get this game for quite a long time now. I know it came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360. I never picked it up, and I told myself at some point I would like to pick it up on the PS4 for like a very cheap price. And months and months and months and a few years just went by and I never did. So when I was at this pawn shop in my area, I happened to see it there and I went ahead and snagged it up. And I'm so glad I did because I paid probably like $8 for this, which is a steal. I don't know how much it goes for these days. It might go double for that, maybe around 20, but as you can see, it is complete with the game here. And I'm super happy to add it to my collection. If you guys know anything about Telltale Games, they made the Walking Dead Telltale games, and it's just such an interactive way to put yourself into the story of a game and to be able to make decisions. And based on those decisions that you make, it determines the outcomes of the storyline and character development. So I'm excited to have this a lot because I do own the Walking Dead Telltale's game, and I also own the Batman Telltale's game. So very, very lucky to have this in the collection. All right, so for the next pickup, we got this Amazon Prime package here, and take a look and see what I got. There. All right, everyone. So this game is Trinity Trigger, and this is the PS5 Day 1 edition. So this is the limited edition for the PS5. Very happy to have this. I've been keeping track of this game for quite a long time. I knew when it had released, but I didn't jump on it just yet. I was kind of just waiting to see what the reviews would be, and I really enjoy JRPGs. So whenever I heard that this is a spiritual successor to Secret of Mana, I knew that I had to get it because it's an action RPG and a well-known JRPG, right? So ended up getting the Day 1 edition off of Amazon. Come to find out, the PS5 versions were much cheaper. Well, maybe like $5 cheaper than the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch version, but it comes with all the goods. And as you can see here, looking at the box, there's an art book, a soundtrack, the base game, and even an art book. So I'm extremely happy to have this, looking forward to diving in. And when it comes to Xseed, marvelous, you know, these distributors know exactly how to localize any JRPGs, and usually when it comes to these limited editions from Xseed or even Marvelous, they're really great and packed with like a ton of stuff. So I was happy that I was able to get this for the reduced price, and I really look forward to playing it. So yeah, that's that. All right, so the next box here, we got 3 boxes, by the way. So we're gonna start with this one and see what it is. I don't fully remember what this is, but I think it may have came from Shop Goodwill. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up and see what it is. Thank goodness there's not as much tape on the outside, so we can definitely just open this up with ease and not have to worry about struggling with the tape. We finally got that box open, right? And I'm gonna take out this bubble wrap here, and yeah, this is definitely not from Shop Goodwill like I thought it was, but let's take a look at it and everything. Whoa. Wow, look at that, y'all. It is Tunic. Right, so Tunic actually released this month a physical edition. It was released as a digital only some months ago, but finally we got a actual physical copy of it. And if there's one thing you should know about me, I'm like a huge like Legend of Zelda fan. I love all the games. I love the exploration, the dungeon crawling, and since this game was inspired by the Legend of Zelda, I had to pick it up. But not only get the Switch version, I also got the PS4 version. So yes, I did double dip on this game alone. And man, the artwork on the cover art, it's like very, very lenticular in a sense, and very glossy, so to speak. So I'm glad to have these. And the cool thing is that it does come with some goodies. I saw a couple of videos on YouTube, and it does come with like a map, a booklet, some stickers. So I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna probably dive into the PS4 version first and check it out, and definitely look into doing a review later on for this game. But I'm excited to have both of these, Tunic for the Nintendo Switch and for the PS4. All right, we'll set that aside. Okay, we got this box here. I believe these last 2 boxes are from Shop Goodwill. So we'll go ahead and open up this first one here. Man, we're making great timing on opening up these packages on camera. So thank goodness I don't have to worry about struggling as much. All right. Okay, yes, so I do know what this is. This is just one game, but it's really cool that they added a bunch of packaging in, right? And the game is The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition for the Nintendo GameCube. Man, what a good deal on this game. Was able to score it off of an auction on Shop Goodwill. And what's so amazing about this game is that it comes with 4 Legend of Zelda games. The original one, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, all on one disc. And then it has, of course, the demo for Wind Waker. So normally, originally when this game came out, you were only able to get it with the console. There was like a bundle deal where you were able to get like a silver GameCube, and it came with this game. So that's why they have the not for resale at the bottom of the cover art. But let's go ahead and open this up. Nice. Okay, so it is complete. I couldn't remember if it was or not, so I'm glad that it's complete with the manual. And I'm gonna take a look at the disc here. And yes, okay, cool. Awesome. The disc is in pretty great condition. Just needs to be cleaned a little bit, but it's in great condition. And wow, the manual looks pretty much brand new, which is even better. So yeah, I'm finally happy to have this in my collection for the GameCube, and I look forward to, of course, you know, playing more Legend of Zelda. So that's that. All right, last but not least, I know you've all been waiting for this one, but there's this big box here, and I know for sure this came from Shop Goodwill. It is a lot of games that was packaged into one, and we're gonna see exactly what it is that I got. So I'm really excited to open this up. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, what we got here? Got some packaging. Gonna set that aside. And we got some bubble wrap. Okay, all right. Now that we got all the packaging out of the way, we can go ahead and dive in, and then I can show you exactly what games came in this lot. Now, from the pictures that I saw online at Shop Goodwill, it's kind of hard to tell what is the condition of some of these games, so you're gonna be seeing my real-time reaction, but I'm pretty sure that most of them were in pretty good condition. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So for the first game, we have Final Fantasy VIII on the PS1. This is definitely a classic game. I actually grew up watching my younger sister play this game a lot. I don't think she ever beat it, but we used to, me and my other siblings used to watch her play it. And yeah, looking at it, it is complete. It has the mini walkthrough, which is awesome, you know. Don't really need a guide for that, and the manual's here as well too. Let's see, we have disc 1. Yeah, it's in pretty good condition. I did see disc 3, which is in the wrong spot. But let me check and make sure we have the other disc, which we do. Okay, awesome. We have disc 2 and disc 4. So I'll be sure to go through and make sure that these are in the appropriate spots, but I'm definitely happy to have this. I do have a black label copy already of this, so this will probably be more of an upgrade, and that's the first game out of the lot. All right, second game. All right, Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 1 and 2. This is a compilation pack for the PlayStation. And let's see. Yeah, it's complete with the manual and the disc here. And it is the black label version. I believe I have the green label version, so I'm gonna definitely swap it out for the black label version for sure. So I'm excited to have these, and it's interesting they say remastered editions at like the very top, because I ended up buying the pixel art remaster editions of Final Fantasy 1 through 6 for the Nintendo Switch off of Play Asia. So if you didn't know about that, I definitely recommend you go pick it up just so you can play through Final Fantasy 1 through 6 before jumping into 7 if you want to get the full experience. But definitely happy to have this for the PS1 already. And like I said, it is green label, so I'll just upgrade it and change it out for the black label. All right, next game in here. Yes. All right, Tales of Destiny. Tales of Destiny for the PS1. Wow. All right, let's open this up and see if it is complete. Okay, so I don't think it includes the manual here, and I believe the disc is on the other side. So it does come with just one disc, right? It's a one disc game. And yep, there it is. There it is, everyone. The disc is in there. And the disc is actually in really good condition. So that's awesome. So it looks like the only thing that this is missing really is the manual. So I'm thinking that's something that I could probably track down later or find another copy of this game. But at least I do have it in the collection. I do have pretty much all the other Tales games in the franchise in my collection already. But it's really cool to have Tales of Destiny. And I think the second Tales of Destiny is also on PS1, so I do need to get that one. But I have all the other Tales games that were released after that. All right, so that's that. There seems to be a theme with this box, y'all. It's PlayStation, so. All right, what is this? Okay, Breath of Fire 4. That's the next game we have here. And it is complete with the manual. Manual is in great condition. And the disc is also in great condition, no scratches, so that's great. Breath of Fire 4. This was actually one of the games that I bought digitally on PSN on the PlayStation 3 store. So I'm happy that there's a physical version, which I knew that there was, but I mean, these prices can get out of hand, especially for this one. So I'm glad to have this, a physical copy of this now, and we'll add it to the collection. All right, next one. We talked about Final Fantasy VIII. Well, of course, there has to be Final Fantasy VII here. And, you know, if you know JRPGs, especially for the PS1, you already know everything that there is about this. And it's so cool that they remade it for modern consoles so that people who are younger can have, you know, a better experience or can get introduced to Final Fantasy VII in the franchise. So let's take a look. Okay, so they have both discs in here, right? Yeah, disc 1 and disc 2. There's supposed to be 3, but there isn't, and it's also missing the manual. There is a couple of other things in here that I'll check to see if there's a third disc, but it looks like we have disc 1 and disc 2 at least. So I already have Final Fantasy VII Black Label version anyway for the PS1. So this will more than likely not go to staying into the collection, but at least I was able to get another copy. All right. Next game. All right, so this next game is Mega Man X4, and when I was looking at the photos of this game on Shop Goodwill, I did notice that the disc was not there. So as I open it up, there's only the manual and the case here, which is broken, but this can definitely be replaced for sure. And I knew buying this lot that I wouldn't have the disc for this game, so it's not the end of the world. I can always track it down if need be. This isn't an inexpensive game, it's not. So that's the good news with this, but happy to have this as well. All right, next game. Final Fantasy Chronicles, right? So we have Final Fantasy IV and of course, Chrono Trigger. And this is the black label. I want to open it up, make sure I have all the discs, unlike, you know, Final Fantasy VII, which I just opened up. But yeah, the guide is in there. This is for Final Fantasy IV, the disc here. And then there should be one for Chrono Trigger. Yes, there is. Chrono Trigger is there. So this is complete. This is the black label. I'm pretty sure I have the green label, so you already know what's gonna happen, right? I'm gonna just use this as an upgrade and take the green label one out of my collection. So Final Fantasy Chronicles. All right, so for the next game, I have Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS1, and this is another JRPG. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm definitely excited to have it. And I do have the sequel, its sequel on PS2. but I definitely wanted to make sure that I get this for the collection. And let's go and open it up. How many discs? It's a 2-disc game, right? So I don't see the manual, but there is the, okay, yeah, this is the second disc, right? It comes with, looks like a demo of like Final Fantasy VIII in here. So that's cool. I think I did see a bag in here though. Ah, yes, okay. Thank goodness. Okay, this game is pretty expensive, y'all, so in this bag, come to find out, they have like the manual and the disc in here. It would have been nice for them to put it in the actual like game itself, so I'll just go ahead and do that here on camera. And yeah, got the first disc in great condition. So yeah, it's complete. Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS1. Happy to have this, and it's definitely going into the collection. All right, next game. Final Fantasy Anthology, right? So once again, this is really a combination of Final Fantasy V and VI. And once again, I stated before, I have like the pixel remasters on Nintendo Switch, but I believe I already have a copy of this. So let's go ahead and check in to it and see if it is complete. And yeah, that's Final Fantasy VI. Now, the manual is a little bit beat up here. As you can see, there's, maybe I turned it to the sideways, but you can kind of see there's like, it might have taken a little bit of water damage, but that's okay. My copy's actually in pristine condition, right? And then, yeah, got the last disc for Final Fantasy V. So it is complete, everyone. And this will not be going to the collection. I'll take a look at my version. I'm pretty sure the one that I own already is in pretty good condition. So anyhow, this will, like I said, more than likely not go into the collection. All right, next game in here. Legend of Legaia, another JRPG on the PS1. I guess you can kind of notice there's like a theme here, and if you caught on already, this was a lot of PS1 games, mostly JRPG, or if not all JRPG from Shop Goodwill. So I was able to score this. Definitely excited that I was able to do that. But yeah, Legend of Legaia is right here, and I know it is like a 1-disc game. It does come with the manual. Let's check out the disc. Awesome. So the disc is right here, which is really, really cool. So it is complete. I do own Legend of Legaia in my collection, but it's definitely not complete. And the disc is in acceptable condition, so to speak. So this is really an upgrade. So I'm happy to have this, and I can upgrade it for my collection. All right, so we got 2 games left here. The second to last game is Parasite Eve for the PS1. Parasite Eve. And once again, I think this is like, I think I mentioned in my last video, because I ended up picking up one then, but this is a JRPG that has elements of like horror throughout it. Like it's like horror themed. So I'm super excited to have this copy. Now, interestingly enough, this is the copy, the one on the top here from the first pickups video. And come to find out, it was actually missing the manual that was in here. I actually thought it was complete, but kind of found out it's not. So let's see if this second one is complete here. What do you know? What do you know? It is complete with the manual. There's the first disc here, which comes with demos for Xenogears, Bushido Blade 2, Final Fantasy VIII, and yeah, Brave Fencer Musashi. So that's all there. And then yes, okay, thank goodness. I do have disc 1 and disc 2. I'll put them in their appropriate spots later on, but this is complete. Very happy about this. So glad that this one has the manual, so I'm definitely going to do an upgrade and probably end up getting rid of the one from the first pickups video, but at least I have it complete now for the collection. All right, and last but not least, there's one more game left here. The last pickups for this video, and it is Breath of Fire 3 for the PS1. So earlier in this video, we saw Breath of Fire 4. So this is the prequel, Breath of Fire 3 for the PS1. I'm going to check it. It is complete. The manual is here as well as the game itself, and it is in really great condition. Wow, very happy to have Breath of Fire 3 and 4 for my collection now. I'm super excited to add these because they are very well-known JRPGs, especially with like, you know, turn-based combat, and I'm super excited to play these. Absolutely. This is the last game out of this box. So with that being said, the box is empty. Okay everyone, so that's all of my recent pickups. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I want to know in the comments down below, when it comes to limited editions or collector's editions, what makes these things worth buying for you personally? I want to know in the comments down below. So definitely stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you all then. I'm out.